When my parents divorced, everyone chose sides. I didn't. I stayed in the middle, got blamed by both. Years later, they sat across from each other at my wedding. Silent. Watching. But when I gave my speech, I thanked them both for teaching me how not to repeat their mistakes. My parents' divorce wasn't explosive. It was slow, like watching two people drift apart in a boat and neither one bothering to paddle back. I was 14 when they finally told me, but the tension had already settled into every corner of the house. The way they avoided eye contact, the carefully timed comings and goings, the meals eaten in silence, it had been coming for a long time. Then came the pressure to pick sides. Everyone else in the family jumped to it like it was a sport. My mom's friends trashed my dad. My dad's brother made jabs at my mom. Suddenly, everyone was sure they knew who'd been more selfish, more distant, more wrong. But I didn't pick. I couldn't. I loved them both, and the idea of turning one into the villain made me feel sick. So I stayed neutral, which, ironically, made both of them mad. When I was with my dad, I got passive-aggressive comments about how I must be loving life over at mom's. With my mom, it was subtle guilt trips, the kind that made you feel like a traitor just for smiling. They each wanted me to validate their pain, to confirm the story they were telling themselves about the other person. But I couldn't do it. I became the emotional referee, the go-between, the quiet kid who learned how to nod without agreeing and speak without saying anything too real. I got good at hiding what I felt. Through high school and into adulthood, the distance between them stayed wide. Graduations, holidays, every event was a logistical puzzle. They'd show up at opposite ends of the room, not speaking, pretending I was the only one they came for. When I got engaged, I was honestly more nervous about the seating chart than anything else. I wasn't expecting miracles. I just didn't want drama. They both came. They didn't speak. Not to each other, not even a glance. But they were there, on opposite sides of the room, silently watching. During the reception, I gave a speech. I hadn't written it down, just had an idea of what I wanted to say. I thanked my partner first. Then I looked at my parents and, for the first time in my life, thanked them too, not for setting an example of what love should look like, but for showing me what it shouldn't. For teaching me, unintentionally, how to communicate better. How not to let silence grow like mold. How to choose honesty, even when it's uncomfortable. I saw my mom blink away tears. My dad looked down at his hands. They didn't hug. They didn't reconcile. But they stayed. For me. And honestly, that was enough. That night, I didn't fix them. I didn't need to. I just chose not to repeat them.